Today in the spotlight on Visions to Dreams TV, we have Scott Lloyd. Just came to see us today from Manchester. Right, Scott, what got you into playing music and were you self-taught?
Yeah, I was actually. I self-taught myself the guitar from 14 when I first bought one, and that's when I first got into music. That was like the time of my life when I really wanted to like discover more music, and then that just like progressed, and I eventually just sort of ended up loving it.
Then the voice came, or did something else happen in the meantime?
I remember to begin with, I wasn't that great at singing. My voice wasn't really like practiced that well, and it wasn't like matured enough, you know. It was a slow process, but I ended up just writing more and more. Then my friends got involved, and we used to just like, you know, they like sitting on the fire at night, guitars out, and just like jam. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was just, It was fun. At the time, it was really fun, and from then on, it's just got more and more.
So then it became quite serious. Then it wasn't just jamming with the guys. You wanted to become a musician then. Considering what it takes to be a musician, why?
I think it was just pure, just like love for it, passion. When I went to university, I got into like older music, like the Beatles, like really heavily, like the Beatles, Bob Dylan, like singer-songwriters like Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen, Simon and Garfunkel, that sort of like folky sound. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like one man, one guitar, explaining his ideas through his own music, and I thought that was just class. You know, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So that was the path I wanted to take. So I've been in bands previously, and it just sort of fizzled out.
So you discovered storytellers like Bob Dylan and the Beatles. The narratives aren't there. There's always so much depth there. Has that influenced the way you write music then? Are you a storyteller?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do like to think so. Yeah. It's like, especially like Neil Young. He's got and Bob Dylan. They've got a really natural style about the songwriting. Like you can really relax and get in lyrics, especially. You can get really immersed in them. And I do try to do that because you can really connect, especially live, and you know that people are listening to your lyrics. When you work at an intimate gig, tables with candles on, and people are really listening intently. Yeah. Do you know? And like you really feel like you're getting across to people. And I do think that's great when you can write lyrics, like you say, with stories in them, and people think and listen to them, and you know, click and.
Yeah. So your EP's just dropped.
Yeah.
What's involved in that then? What's included in that EP?
5 tracks, and they're all acoustic tracks. And I think there's a couple of very recent songs, but there's one or two which I've been working on for a while, and I've only just sort of perfected. Like the song I'm going to play for you today, it was a song. I was actually told to write in university. I had to write a song about England, and I sort of wrote a song a bit more. What does it mean to be English? Right. You know, it was sort of like a question of what it means nowadays, and that song's on there. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. It's something you can put on and just maybe just relax to and listen to. You don't have to worry about it being on like and listening intently. Yeah. It's like background as well. You can just enjoy it in all sorts of shapes and forms,
So from your musical influences, it's going to be quite folksy, it's quite easy listening. As I said, it's quite a narrative. But what would you say to somebody else to motivate and inspire them to have a go at it as well?
I'd say, what, in music or in anything?
Yeah, anything really.
Well, it's good to have, if you've got a real burning passion for something, you've got to think, if you're going to end up doing that for the rest of your life, it's that old saying, isn't it? You can do something you enjoy and you don't have to work a day in your life. You know what I mean? So if you want to, it depends what sort of ideas you've got. If you want to make a lot of money from something, you can make money from anything. But it's a happier sort of option doing something you enjoy.
But the track you're going to do for us today from the EP, what does that mean to you, and what's the ideas behind that?
Like I say, I was told to write it in uni about a certain thing about England, and it's quite strange because when you sort of write a song to begin with, you don't sit down and think, right, today I'm going to write a song about this. You sort of just, you've got a feeling in your head, and you just sort of start playing along to it. and lyrics just sort of come.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Whatever you feel, it just sort of come.
So this
naturally.
was a different creative process.
Yeah,
when
it
you were
was
given,
like, yeah, it was. So I was, it was good really, because I'm really pleased with it. You know what I mean? It's a different sort of way of going about it. Like sitting down, knowing what you're going to write about first, and doing it.
Well, we're gonna have a listen to it now, and we'll have a feel of what that means for us. Okay.
Awesome, yeah.
So we're gonna let you take it away. Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah, alright guys, I'm in the spotlight for Vision for Dreams TV, and I'm Scott Lloyd, and this song is called Long Live You. I know why I cannot sleep. There is nothing in my heart no more. What we dreamed of's incomplete. These times lead the way, and I feel ashamed. Our hearts have lost the flame, and our pride, and the rivers are run dry. Conversation is now high, while the people sit and wait for our country's final day. But there is one thing to say that will keep our pride away. Long live you, long live you. Same old story we've all heard before, like a book that never ends. Kids grow up and then they go to war, 'cause that's all life has got to lend. These times lead the way, and I feel ashamed. Our hearts have lost the flame, and our pride, and the rivers are run dry. Conversation is now high, while the people sit and wait for our country's final day. But there is one thing to say that will keep our pride away. Long live you, long live